Okay, audible ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, എക്കോ എല്ലാം പോയില്ലേ? Okay, we will start the class. Good morning, everyone. So we'll start the class by explaining what is amplitude modulation. Okay, we were discussing it in the last class, but today also we'll start with this. Amplitude modulation actually means it is a modulation technique. We know what is modulation, what is the importance of modulation, what are the advantages we will get after modulating a signal while transmitting it from one place to another. That and all we have discussed. Okay. So what is amplitude modulation means? Amplitude of carrier wave. That is very important. Okay, you should not write this like amplitude of message signal or something like. Amplitude of carrier wave is varied in accordance with instantaneous value of message signal. So we know by this definition, message signal is this one. Message signal is also known as modulating signal, or the signal which is in audio frequency is message signal. So it can be normally they will use modulating signal, or they can also use message signal. And the second one is carrier signal. So as per the definition, the amplitude of carrier signal, that is this one, is varied in accordance with instantaneous value. So what is the instantaneous value of message signal? So normally we will write V is equal to, for a sine wave, V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So that is the expression for instantaneous value. So what happens is you can see that the frequency of carrier signal. So the third one is actually the result of modulation. Third one is the result of modulation. And you can see that there is no change in the frequency. Anyway, we are changing the carrier signal, the magnitude of or amplitude of carrier signal. You can see that in the when you are comparing with output and carrier signal, there is no change in the frequency, but you can see that the amplitude of carrier signal is varied. While analyzing the output, you can see that the amplitude of carrier signal is varied. Previously, the peak value was a constant. You can see that it was EC, capital EC. So it was a constant, but you can see that the peak value always varies. For every half cycle or every cycle, it is varying. So how it is varying? It is depends on the magnitude or instantaneous value of message signal. You can see that it actually starts from here, and then as the message signal instantaneous value is increasing from 0 to maximum, the amplitude of modulated, that is the result actually, modulated wave also increases. Then when the message signal decreases from the peak value to 0, the amplitude of modulated signal also decreasing. And in the negative half cycle, you can see that the amplitude of modulated signal is very low. So from this diagram, you can understand that the frequency of modulated, that is the output, okay? Frequency of modulated signal is exactly same as frequency of carrier signal, but it is not same as, or the magnitude of modulated signal is not same as the magnitude of carrier signal, because the magnitude of carrier signal is varied in accordance with message signal or modulating wave, modulating signal in amplitude modulation. And after that, we were writing, or we were doing a derivation for this. Okay, First, let the modulating signal be. So we have written an expression for modulating signal. That is small letter em. That is instantaneous value of modulating wave. Okay, the actual equation is E is equal to capital EM. Both are same. Okay, instead of voltage here we are taking as EMF. Okay, so EM sine omega t. So instantaneous value of modulating signal is equal to peak value. You should mark this also, peak value, that is capital EM into sine omega t, omega mt, that is the angular frequency of uh, modulating signal. So that is a general formula because it is a sine wave. And for carrier wave also, if you write the expression, it is same. It is also a sine wave. You can see that the carrier wave also sine wave. Okay, so I can write EC is equal to capital EC sine omega ct. Here it is C. Okay, it is the angular frequency of carrier wave. And now let us go for the third one. But the problem is, like, since here peak value is always constant, for every half cycle the peak value is same. But in this case, it is not exactly same. It is varying. You can start. You can look at this diagram. Okay, see, it is not starting from zero. Actually, all other waveforms are starting from zero. Sorry, it is actually started from zero. But the first peak value, you look at the first peak value. It is something equal, exactly almost equal to EC. Then it increases with the instantaneous value of message signal. So I can write the equation instantaneous value of amplitude modulated wave is equal to capital EC, that is peak value of carrier signal, plus EM, that is what? Instantaneous value of message signal. So this expression is written here. Because it is varying accordance with instantaneous value of modulating signal. Then sine omega ct. Why I have written omega ct? Because there is no change in the angular frequency of carrier wave. So I can write omega ct here. Only the difference is the difference in amplitude. This EC has become EC plus small letter em. EM is nothing but instantaneous value of modulating signal. Then when I get a lot of equation like this, I can number it 1, 2, 3 like that. Then what I'm doing is here one EM term is there and expression for EM is available here. So I am substituting the equation 1 in 3. Instead of EM, I am writing capital EM sine omega t, omega mt. Okay, so how to this expression and all should be written in a correct manner. Okay, otherwise if you lose if you didn't write omega m, omega c, or m or c in that expression, it will become meaningless. So what I'm doing is I am substituting equation 1 in equation 3 and then I'm rewriting. Okay, EAM, again EAM equal to capital EC plus instead of small letter EM, I am writing the expression that is capital EM, peak value of modulating signal, sine omega mt, then sine omega ct. Okay, once after completing that step, what I am doing is I am taking EC outside. Okay, EC into, so instead of this EC, I'm writing 1 plus the second term doesn't have any EC. So what I should write? EM divided by EC. Then sine omega mt. Okay. And then into sine omega ct. This is as per our equation. Now, this term, that is EM divided by EC, is written as M, which is known as modulation index. So now when I'm rewriting the expression, what I'm doing is I am expanding everything. This is a single term, EC sine omega CT into 1 plus EC sine omega t into M sine omega mt. So when I am expanding that, I will get an expression like this. EAM is equal to EC sine omega CT plus MEC sine omega mt sine omega CT. Okay, so if you look at this expression, we can further simplify because we know that sine A sine B is equal to half into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. This expression you should learn. Okay, remaining everything. Okay, how to start this derivation? If you know the waveform, you can directly write all this equation. You can substitute till this step. You can manage. Okay, once again, I will tell you that when you know all this waveform, you know that peak value, the instantaneous value of mesoid signal is EM is equal to EM sin omega mt, and then carrier signal is small letter EC is equal to capital EC sin omega CT. Then also you know that it is something like EC plus small letter EM. You can write all this step till here. Then after this step, you should understand what is, you should know what is sin A sin B. If you know sin A sin B is equal to half into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B, then you can proceed with the next step. So what I am doing is I am substituting this expressions, not substituting, I am applying this law or rule to this expression. So I am writing EC sin omega CT like this directly. Then I am substituting instead of this sine omega mt sine omega ct, I am applying this one half into cos omega c minus omega m minus cos omega c plus omega m. So here how it should come, instead of this half into cos omega c minus omega m minus cos omega c plus omega m. So because of this half, I can write MEC by 2. So here I have splitted that term into 2. EC sin omega CT, MEC by 2 cos omega C minus omega M into T minus MEC by 2 cos omega C plus omega MT. ജസ്റ്റ് ആ ഹാഫ് അതേപോലെ വെച്ചു, പിന്നെ കോസിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ നമ്മൾ അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തു, ഒമേഗ സി മൈനസ് ഒമേഗ എം ഒമേഗ സി പ്ലസ് ഒമേഗ. So are you clear with the steps? ഇത്ര സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ക്ലിയർ ആയോ? ഓക്കെ, ധ്യാൻ എവിടെ മുതലാണ് വേണ്ടത്?
സാർ ഈ
സ്റ്റെപ്പാണ് വേണ്ടത്, അല്ല ഇവിടെ മുതൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യണം?
സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത്
ഇത് കോസ് എ പ്ലസ് ബി എ മൈനസ് ബി സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തതാ? ഓക്കെ, ഈ മോഡുലേഷൻ ഇൻഡെക്സ് ഒക്കെ വന്നത് മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. സോ വാട്ട് വി ആർ ഡൂയിങ് ഈസ്, so this is the expression. Okay, so what I am doing is I am taking only this term. So this is in the form sin A sin B. So as per the rules in mathematics, we know that sin A sin B is equal to half into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Okay, this is in the form of sin A sin B. Okay, so A means what? Okay, you can take anything as A. If you take this as A, the next term you have to take it as B. Or you can take this as B or next term as A. What is of your choice? Okay, because sin A, sin B, you can write any term. Okay, so sin A, sin B means half into cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So A is, I am here since omega C is greater, what I am doing is I am taking A as omega C, B as omega. So not only omega C, omega CT, and B as omega MT, because it is sin A, sin B. So A means omega CT, B means omega MT. Now I am applying into this equation, okay, half into, then I am writing cos. So A means what? Omega CT, omega CT, minus B means omega MT, okay, minus cos A plus B. So cos into, or cos of uh, omega ct plus omega mt. So this is the expression now. You can take t outside because in omega ct and omega mt you have t. So if you want, you can take t outside. So again, I can rewrite the expression half into cos omega c minus omega m into t minus cos omega c plus omega m into t. Okay, this is you will get when you are substituting this only this term, okay, sin A, sin B. You have MEC there, okay. So what I have to write here is uh, MEC, MEC I have to write here. So MEC by 2 cos omega C minus omega M into T minus cos omega C plus omega M into T. So further I am expanding. Okay, what I am doing is I am multiplying this omega, sorry, MEC by 2 into the first term of this expression, that is cos omega C minus omega MT, then minus again MEC by 2 cos omega C plus omega M. മനസ്സിലായോ ധ്യാന? Okay, now this is the final expression. Okay, this is the final expression of derivation. So if you look at this expression, but we cannot stop here. We have to explain further. This expression actually having three term. Okay, I am writing this as first term. This is my second term. This is my third term. That is EC sine omega CT is the first term. MEC by 2 cos omega C minus omega M into T is the second term. And minus MEC by 2 cos omega C plus omega MT is the third term. Now, what is the meaning of this first term? ആരെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞു തരാൻ പറ്റുമോ? What is the meaning of this first term? EC sin omega CT. Anyone? What is this term? This you already know. We have learned during this derivation. EC sin omega CT. Nobody knows. Okay, derivation starting at the. സ്റ്റാർട്ടിങ് രണ്ട് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് നോക്കി. ഇ സി സൈൻ ഒമേഗ സി ടി എവിടെയാണ് കണ്ടത്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ ഫോർ ഇൻസ്റ്റന്റേനിയസ് വാല്യൂ ഓഫ് കാരിയർ വേവ്. കാരിയർ വേവിന്റെ ഇൻസ്റ്റന്റേനിയസ് വാല്യൂവിന്റെ എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ ആണ് ഇ സി സൈൻ ഒമേഗ സി ടി. And look at the second term, okay? That is MEC by 2. That is modulation index. What is the formula for modulation index? EM by EC. Then cos omega C minus omega MT. That is like carrier frequency, angular frequency of carrier wave minus angular frequency of modulating signal. Okay, so MEC by 2 means if you multiply EM by EC, that is actually M, okay, then EC by 2, MEC by 2. So it is EM by 2 cos omega C minus omega M. And look at the third equation. I am not telling what is second term, but I am asking you to look at the third term. Here only the difference is it is omega C plus omega M. That means in this expression, for the first expression, the angular frequency was omega C, but in the second equation, you can see that angular frequency is omega C minus omega M, and in the third one, it is omega C plus omega M. So it indicates lower frequency and it indicates the upper cutoff frequency. You can see that, sorry, upper sideband, okay. The above equation has three parts. One is carrier wave of angular frequency omega C and amplitude EC. So the first one is carrier wave of omega angular frequency omega C and peak value capital EC. And then upper sideband of omega C plus omega M, upper sideband of omega C plus omega M, that is upper sideband is this one. Upper sideband is this one with magnitude MEC by 2. With magnitude MEC by 2. And lower sideband of omega C minus omega M, that is this term, with amplitude again MEC by 2. So like that, three parts are there for this expression. And if you draw the frequency spectrum, okay, that is, this is frequency spectrum. Sometimes for 2 mark and all, they may ask, 2-3 marks they will ask what is, also draw the frequency spectrum of amplitude modulated wave. So what is frequency spectrum? It is angular frequency versus magnitude. Okay, you can see that here you can omega C. When the angular frequency is omega C, the peak value was EC. Then upper sideband, look at the upper sideband. Upper sideband means omega C plus omega M. At that time, what is the magnitude? MEC by 2. Then you have lower sideband. So omega C is actually the reference, okay? Carrier frequency is the reference because your resultant wave is having carrier frequency, angular frequency of carrier frequency. So then you have upper sideband and lower sideband. Upper sideband is omega C plus omega M. Lower sideband is omega C minus omega M. They are both with the same amplitude MEC by 2. Now, what is the bandwidth? So this is called bandwidth. Lower band, sorry, upper band minus lower band. It's a band width. So upper band is omega C minus omega M. So omega C minus, omega C plus omega M. So I am writing upper sideband as omega C plus omega M minus lower sideband omega C minus omega M. So if I expand this omega C plus omega m minus omega c, then this minus and minus become plus omega m. So that omega c and omega c will cancel each other, then you have 2 omega m. So bandwidth of amplitude modulated wave is 2 omega m. Okay, so ഇത്രയും എക്സ്പ്രഷൻ എല്ലാവരും എഴുതിയെടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? Till here is, have we completed? Yes. Have you written this one? This one? So those who are not completed, just complete it. Let me take the attendance. Anas? Anashwar? Anashwar? Anugrah?
Present, sir.
Ashanthi? Dhyan? Fatima Nada? Fatima Nada? Safa?
Present, sir.
Sana?
Present, sir.
Jyotish?
Present, sir.
Kailas?
Present, sir.
Mohammad Muaz Farooq? Neha Shirin?
Present, sir.
ഇപ്പം ആരാ പറഞ്ഞത് പ്രസന്റ്? വേറെ നീഹ ഷിറിൻ അല്ലാതെ? നിഖിൽ ദാസ്?
Present, sir.
പ്രണവ്?
Present.
സായൻ?
Present.
ഓക്കെ. Okay, let us look into the next derivation, that is frequency modulation. Okay, so it is another modulation technique defined as the process by which frequency of carrier wave is varied. നേരത്തെ എന്തായിരുന്നു? ആംപ്ലിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് കരിയർ വേവ് ആയിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? പ്രീവിയസ് കേസ് ദ ആംപ്ലിറ്റ്യൂഡ് മോഡുലേഷൻ ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ലൈക്ക് ആംപ്ലിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് കരിയർ വേവ് ഈസ് വേരിയഡ്. നൗ look at this one. Frequency of carrier wave is varied in accordance with instantaneous amplitude of message signal. So in both the cases, the changes are happening in accordance with the instantaneous amplitude of message signal. Okay, in both the cases, frequency or amplitude, it is varying with respect to instantaneous amplitude of message signal. In amplitude modulation, the amplitude of carrier wave is varied. In frequency variation, the frequency of carrier wave is varied. Okay, that is the difference. And let us look into the graph. Okay, so from graph or waveform, we can write all the derivation or expression. Look at the same way, the message signal or modulating signal, you can understand that it is a low frequency signal. and there is a carrier signal. It is a high frequency signal, and the low frequency signal is having a peak value EM, and also for the high frequency signal or carrier signal is having a peak value EC. And look at the result. There is no change in the amplitude. The amplitude of modulated wave is exactly same as the amplitude of carrier signal. You can look at both the amplitude. So amplitude of modulated signal, that is exactly same as amplitude of carrier signal. So I can write this is easy, this one also is. The previous case it was different. Okay, we wrote like this. The amplitude EAM is equal to peak value of carrier signal plus instantaneous value of modulating signal. We were writing like this, the case of amplitude modulation. But in the case of frequency modulation, the amplitude of modulated signal, that is the output of modulation, is exactly same as amplitude of carrier signal. But you can see that the frequency is different. You can see that the frequency over this period of time is less, and frequency over this period of time is high. You can see that whenever message signal goes from 0 to peak value, the frequency is increases. Frequency of modulated signal is increasing. And whenever the message signal comes from 0 to negative peak value, you can see that the frequency is decreasing. Or we can conclude like this simply. When positive half cycle is there, the frequency of modulated signal is increasing. During the negative half cycle, the frequency of modulated signal is decreasing. So there is a change in frequency. So in frequency modulation, the frequency of carrier wave is varied in accordance with instantaneous value of message signal. Clear? And so I am writing all the story. What are the story? How to write the story now? Uh, Instantaneous value, as I written in the last for the last derivation, instantaneous value of modulating signal or message signal is equal to capital EM. So it is applicable for both the cases, sine omega mt, and instantaneous value of carrier signal, that is EC, is equal to capital EC sine omega c t. Okay, now how to write instantaneous value of frequency modulated valve? I'm writing EFM. Previously it was EAM, now it is EFM. Now how to write the expression? The problem is, if we know the magnitude is exactly same as EC, or carrier signal magnitude. The magnitude is same EC. How to write this second term? If I write sine omega ct, it is not same because the frequency is continuously varying. I cannot write sine omega ct here because the frequency is always varying. Even I can write omega mt also, or angular frequency of modulating signal, because of the same reason. Because if the frequency for this expression, I can't write angular frequency of carrier wave or message signal directly because every time the frequency is varying. So what I am doing is I am writing an expression like this. EFM is equal to capital EC. There is no change in that. In the previous case, the frequency was same, amplitude was varying, but in this case, the amplitude is same, frequency is varying. So I am writing sine of, then what? Function of omega c and omega m. Because why I have written function of omega c, comma, that is a temporary variable. Okay, as for just understanding, we are writing like that. A function of omega c, comma, omega m. So it is depends on, the frequency is depends on the angular frequency of message signal and carrier signal. That is the meaning of that. Then let us directly discuss into this. So what is this function? Okay, once again we will make this little clarity over this function of omega c, comma, omega m. Okay, function of omega c, comma, omega m is equal to integral of omega dt. That means we are adding all this frequency component to find out this frequency. That means omega. So how to take omega? Omega is omega c plus delta omega sine omega mt. Okay, again I will tell, for function I am writing integral of omega dt. Okay, so integral of omega dt, what is this omega means? Omega c, that is angular frequency of carrier signal, plus delta omega sine omega mt. So we know that, so why I have written like this means, we know that during positive half cycle, that means we know delta, omega is equal to omega c plus delta omega. There is a change in angular frequency. That is the meaning of that delta. Okay, sine omega mt. So it is omega mt because it is varying as per message signal. Now you look at this expression. Okay, so during this time, the sine value is between 0 to 180 and it will be positive. That means delta omega term will be positive. That means the resultant frequency is equal to carrier frequency plus delta omega. We can also note that when it is sine 0, delta omega into 0 is 0. So output angular frequency is omega c. Then as the sine value increases, delta omega value will also increase. So this omega value also will increase. When it becomes the peak value, sine 90, that means sine 90 is 1. So omega, resultant omega is equal to omega c plus delta omega. Omega c plus delta omega. Then what happens? Again, depends on the sine value. Delta omega reduces, so the omega also reduces. But if you look at the negative half cycle, during this negative half cycle, we know that the sine value is always negative. So this expression is omega c minus delta omega into sine. So depends on the sine value, the delta omega is subtracted from omega c. So what is the, when it is subtracting, you know that omega is equal to omega c minus some constant, depends on delta value, delta omega value and sine value. So it is minus. So we know that there is a reduce in the total frequency. Total frequency is reducing. Okay, are you clear with that? Why I am using delta omega? So delta omega value of this second term, or I can say that the value of the second term will be changing with respect to the positive sign value of the message signal or modulating signal. So it will be positive when the omega m value is between 0 and 90 and 0 and 180, and it will be negative when the sign value is between 180 and 360. So when it is in the positive cycle 0 to 180 degree, so omega c plus delta omega, that means the angular frequency of carrier signal, omega c ന്റെ കൂടെ നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഡെൽറ്റ ഒമേഗ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ടോട്ടൽ ആംഗുലർ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി കൂടുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഇൻക്രീസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ഡ്യൂറിങ് ദ നെഗറ്റീവ് ഹാഫ് സൈക്കിൾ the entire term delta omega term become negative. So what happened? Carrier frequency ന്റെ കൂടെ ഇത് സബ്സ്ട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യുക ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So resultant frequency will be, angular frequency will be reduced. So there is a change, depends on that. The similar. Okay, ഇത്ര ക്ലിയർ ആയില്ലേ? നമുക്ക് ഇത് വെച്ചിട്ട് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് നാലാമത്തെ അവർ ഡെറിവേഷൻ കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. Okay, so clear for everyone? Is it clear for everyone? Okay, the fourth hour continue ചെയ്യാം.